Did you know that some of the Beatles songs got banned from the radio?
Yes, and usually for some pretty silly reasons.
Yeah, and banning a song has the same result as when you ban a book. The clowns doing the banning are trying to block access to that creative work, but all the banning does is draw more attention to it.
Right. I mean, it is just the Streisand effect in full force. You tell an entire generation of teenagers they absolutely cannot listen to a specific record, and boom, it instantly becomes the most important piece of vinyl in their collection.
Exactly. But what fascinates me is the actual reason behind those bans. Like, if you look back at the BBC in the 60s, it was this super rigid, paternalistic institution.
Oh, incredibly rigid. They saw themselves as the ultimate guardians of British decency. So when the Sgt. Pepper album drops, they just completely panic.
Well, yeah, because the squeaky clean pop stars and the matching suits are gone.
Yeah, totally. Replaced by psychedelic pioneers. And they immediately ban A Day in the Life, and they ban Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, because the review boards are utterly convinced these tracks are just, laced with secret drug endorsement.
Right, just pure moral panic. Every shadow looks like a monster to them.
Exactly. But then they ban Am the Walrus simply because John Lennon used the word knickers.
Wait, knickers? Like just the word for underwear?
Yes, just standard British slang for underwear.
That is hilarious. I mean, you picture these censors acting like conspiracy theorists, right? Just standing in front of a giant corkboard with red string connecting all these imaginary narcotic codes.
Yes, that is exactly what they were doing, just projecting their fear onto the music.
So naturally, you look at the opening track of the Abbey Road album, Come Together, and you assume it got banned for the exact same reason.
Right, because on paper, that song reads like a complete psychedelic fever dream.
Oh, totally. The lyrics are pure gobbledygook. Like you have Toe Jam Football and Spinal Cracker. If I am a censor who just banned a song over underwear, I am looking at Come Together and assuming it is entirely about illicit substances.
You would completely assume that, but here is the great irony. It was not banned for drugs, and it was not banned for obscenity. It was banned for a paperwork violation.
Wait, a paperwork violation? How do you even ban a massive rock anthem over paperwork?
Well, it comes down to bureaucracy. The BBC had this militant, unbending rule against free advertising. And right in the middle of all that surreal imagery, John Lennon sang the line, he got monkey finger, he shoot Coca-Cola.
Are you kidding? Just the soda? Out of all that incomprehensible, muddy imagery, the only thing they flagged was a soda brand.
Yep. A soda brand, just a flag for unauthorized advertising.
That is incredibly ironic, especially considering the lyrics were basically nonsense to begin with, right?
Well, absolutely. John Lennon originally cobbled those random lyrics together for Timothy Leary's political campaign, actually. Yeah, but despite the fragmented lyrics, the song itself ended up being this absolute masterpiece of collaboration.
Oh, musically, it is genius.
It is. You have John Lennon laying down that iconic shoot me vocal part.
Yeah, and then Paul McCartney comes in with that brilliant, swampy bass riff.
Yes, that bass riff completely anchors the moody atmosphere of the track. And then Ringo Starr drops in this absolutely perfect slinky drum pattern.
The timing on that is just flawless. It pushes the whole song forward.
Completely. And finally, you have George Harrison tying the whole arrangement together with his bluesy guitar work. They took a weird campaign cast-off and made it magic.
And you can completely visualize that chaotic, brilliant energy when you look at how they performed live during that era. Like, picture John Lennon on stage in those round, blue-tinted glasses.
Oh, it's such an iconic look.
Yeah, and he is wearing that military-style shirt, with the star chevron patch on the sleeve, just passionately singing and pounding on the keyboard, with Yoko Ono right alongside him and this wild, wailing saxophone player just blowing the roof off the venue.
Totally. It looks like organized chaos. But musically, it is flawlessly tight. And what is equally fascinating is how completely unbothered they were by the radio ban.
Oh, really?
Yeah, especially when you compare it to what happened to the Kinks just 1 year later.
Wait, what happened with the Kinks?
So in 1970, they released Lola, and they got hit with the exact same BBC Coca-Cola ban.
Oh, man, the soda clause strikes again?
It did, but Ray Davies literally had to interrupt a massive American tour, hop on a plane back to London, and re-record the lyric as Cherry Cola just to salvage their UK airplay.
Wow. See, that just highlights the ultimate flex of our guys, though.
How so?
They did not bother changing a single syllable. They just took the UK radio ban squarely on the chin, let the compliance clerks have their little victory, and watched the song casually climb to #1 in America.
They absolutely did, completely unbothered. And you know what the great irony of all this is today?
What is that?
Think about the diehard fans. For decades, fans and critics have obsessively analyzed Come Together. They pore over those muddy lyrics, speculating it is all deep, dark codes about drug use or complex foreshadowing about John Lennon's death.
Right, they want it to be this profound mystical puzzle.
Exactly. But the fans' obsessive deep reading is completely at odds with the entirely boring bureaucratic reason the BBC actually pulled it. The censors just thought it was an illegal commercial for a beverage.
That makes you wonder, though. It makes you wonder how many other massive scandals in music history were actually just boring paperwork violations masquerading as moral outrages.
Oh, I bet there are so many of them out there.
Until next time, when you listen...
Your mind conducts its own symphony.
Hey, by the way, everyone, we've collected some of our favorite Beatles treasures on our Amazon storefront.
Yes, it's a great way to support this channel and to get a good deal on some Beatles merch. The link is in the video description and the first comment.
Right. And if you've got a browser handy, you can just to BeatlesRewindBook.com, and that will get you to our Amazon store.